What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So last night, one of my subscribers. Let me see real quick. I want to make sure I give him his props. Uh, dang, Art, Art D. One of my subscribers, Art D, got at me through TikTok and IG, and this is an avenue for you guys to go ahead and start doing this stuff. Videos that you see are interesting or that you think I should react to or at least look at, you can get at me. You can slide them to me there. I'll look them up. And so this one, thanks to RD, it's an interesting look. Another interesting look at Lefty Gunplay. People who have formulated an opinion on him, hopefully this will at least open up your mind because he's opening up his. So this one is on, let me see, what's the name of this? Can't remember. Bradley Martin, I think it is. Bradley Martin. And it's called Big Hit and Lefty Talk Crazy Prison Stories and Expose the Prison System. It's an hour and 24 minutes. We're going to just focus on two parts. And thanks to Art, he told me start at this point and then start at this point. So we're going to take his advice. We're going to go from there. And let's see what Lefty and Big Hit have to say. But we want to focus more on Lefty. But I see that this dude, Big Hit, is a positive influence on Lefty. And that's a great thing. It's a black man speaking to Lefty Gunplay about the possibility of, or the potential of the raza if they put ego to the side. So let's get to it.
Exactly. Exact point. I had a question. Do you guys think that like ever identifying with like the gang aspect of thing limits you on the mainstream sort of stage?
It does. I feel like it does. That's my opinion. I feel like it does. It limits me. It's limiting me from going up north.
Let's pause right there for a second. This is something that I've spoken about, especially like in my case, but especially in Lefty Gunplay's place. He's still young, man, but he's brand new to the limelight. You know, people want to say he's an industry plant for whatever reason. He's not. I don't think he would be so flawed. I think he would be more polished. He's somebody who's learning as he goes. And as I've always said, look, Holmes, people can hate on me all they want. I'm a very good judge of character. My gut is one of the main things that helped me in prison. And getting that vibe from someone within a minute or two of talking to them and knowing exactly who they are. This dude, I've said it, and I've said it over and over and over. I believe he's a good dude with a very good heart. And he's unfortunately going to have to remain a good dude, but check his heart as far as not everyone is for you, especially as you elevate. Keep your circle very small. But that was, to me, and it should be for a lot of people, especially the people up north that have a dislike for him. That's very powerful what he said right now. It's an acknowledgement of a wrong as far as him disrespecting the North.
Yeah, you know I know that.
I don't want to speak too much on that, but it's limiting me from going up there. It limits you, right?
I was going to ask you about that, but I'm like, I got it.
I don't give a f. It limits me from that.
See, so somebody might be telling him like, hey, don't even go there. People are going to say this and that. And this is what he does. He's like, let me get it off my chest, what it is. He's recognizing he probably shouldn't have been like, you know, F them dudes and, you know, and using certain terminology that he knows where he's been and he knows where he wants to go. And he's recognizing the barriers he himself is putting in his way. Let's go.
That's where I'm f***ing up at. I'm f***ing up a bag because I'm learning from my mistakes as I go. It is, or learning from being hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? But that's my bag up right there.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, where do you draw the lines and how do you draw the lines? Like, where do you know when to say, okay, I can go, but I don't want to disrespect this. And you know what I'm saying? Because I don't understand it enough, you know?
Now we working on that now, man. Like I was telling him the other day, this North Day wanted to squash the beef with him, and you know what I'm saying? And that'll be a major, you know what I'm saying, step towards, you know what I'm saying, squashing the beef, man, like on a large scale, you know what I'm saying?
And I commend this man right here because he doesn't have to be that bridge. You know, this is someone who's seen like, man, these dudes could get money, and he's trying to help them get money. You know, I'm not going to speculate on who the Northerner is that he's talking about. You know, it because I would like to see it come to fruition. I would like to see it come true. I would like to see it happen where Lefty and whoever this individual is puts their egos to the side and makes that song, and guaranteed, it's a guarantee. Take it to the bank. The song's going to be a hit. That will open up the doors for both sides to maneuver and get that money. Shout out to Cholo Juan. Cholo Juan said himself, right now, Lefty's running it. As far as he's got the limelight, he's got all the momentum, he's got everything behind him. He has the ability, the opportunity to make something big happen and go down in hip-hop history. Guarantee West Coast history, but hip-hop history. If these two dudes, whoever the two are, we know Lefty's one of them, whoever the other guy is, I think I know who it is. But for them to come together and do this, it will be legendary, man.
And
So that would affect
apologize. And he was like, I ain't even got a problem with Lefty like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he told me for real. So, you know, I was like, I was over there with him. And I told him, get on with us. And he just said, okay, ask him what's up. You know what I'm saying? And that's I think that'll be breaking the ice, man. And
big time for the Mexicans.
You know and for real getting money, because this he be going, you know what I'm saying? There's a boss too on the other side, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His bosses on their side, you know what I'm saying? And they can start getting money together, bringing peace together, and just
never been done before.
Yeah, because it's interesting what's going on right now. At least like from looking at it, from what I'm seeing. Obviously, I'm not in. I'm not
the music
involved,
game's popping right now.
Yeah, and specifically the West Coast.
This could be our main connection, the nexus. You know what I'm saying? The link. You know, this music right here, what me doing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna break the ice on a lot of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The niggas that's growing up that been misled by other fools that ain't even cut like that. Like, and they still pushing the board. You know what I'm saying? And basically brainwashing the youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a certain way they feeling now, and they ain't even have done to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like automatic, like when you go into the feds with the Washington, D.C., you know what I'm saying? It's already fed in their head, like, you know what I'm saying? These, but they cool too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once I got to
Wow. That's a different thing.
know them and chop it up with them. You know what I'm saying? They was some cool dudes.
That's the question. Is like, how do you break the chain? Because like the same thing in the prison, it's a nonstop. Like it is that way.
No, in prison there's a lot of peace going on in prison. When it's war, go to war, but when it's peace, keep the peace. And everybody wants to keep the peace. It's pointless, but you lose a lot of people. But what Big Hit was telling me, we talked about it, and it's just like I sit there and I think about it, like, man, that would be some.
He sits there and he thinks about it. So for people that think he's just reckless and he's a crash test dummy and all that, you hear a lot, man, where, you know, like it's stuck in my head, and it will not leave my head that he says once a week, at least once a week, he leaves his phone behind, jumps in his ride, goes to the beach and just taking it in. And now he's saying that, you know, he is giving it a lot of thought. It is that important to him. And I just want to say right now to Lefty and to anybody out there, ego is no good. Ego is the downfall of man. It makes you more of a man to be willing to think, be willing to go inside yourself and recognize, like, man, I'm fucking up right here, man. That's the only way you can change it. It's the only way you can better it. And The fact that he's saying it on this right here, I think it's a possibility because now it's in the open. And hopefully people on the other side up north will be like, whoever he's talking about will be like, yeah. And hopefully Big Hit will continue to want to be the bridge to bridge that gap and make it a possibility because, you know, I've been saying, man, that would be huge. That would be huge.
There really would be some, you know, motherfuckers got to put their egos to the side and just, it would break a lot of barriers, like break a lot of, trip everybody out, but it's still like, you know, that's what he's working on right now.
Get the bag too.
Yeah,
It's like
the
that.
bag.
You don't know this. The government and all the motherfuckers giving out bread to these fake gang banging motherfuckers.
For what?
I don't want to go into that part as far as like I want to keep it focused. Let me skip a little bit and see if they're still talking about it right here. Hold on. Having technical difficulties. Oh, get over here. I don't know if you guys can see. But anyways, let me try this. It's not letting me. So let me go over to the next mark. Man, what the hell is going on here? It's around the 55-minute mark for those of you that we'll start here.
You survived it, and to be able to be out in this world, it seems like it's easier.
Most definitely. Like, you know, the biggest struggle is just not you know, chasing the bag. That's it. That's my biggest struggle, man, because I know I can be getting it, but it's consequences to
But in
that
a
shit.
fucked up way.
Yeah, I mean, it got consequences to it, man. And it's life threatening, and
It's a risk.
it's a risk for sure. That's just the biggest thing, man. Just being patient, trying to get money.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause I don't understand that.
Go ahead.
Oh, this on real quick, just before I forget. Yeah, this on just off subject. Yeah, you get impatient trying to get money. I feel like I'm making so much money with this rap, and I'm making more money. I'm making 15,000 a show, 10,000 a show. Sometimes I'll take 8, I'll take 7. That 8, that 7 don't even last as long as when I had $40 in the trailers in my hood.
And there's a reason for that. He's going to talk about several reasons, but one of the reasons is because in your mind, it's not going to stop. And everyone cools off at a point. Do I think you're at your peak? Do I think Lefty's at his peak? No, I don't. But you're still always making that much money, and the way it goes, it's running like water through his hands. It really is. You gotta, as soon as you get some, put some in a different pocket. You don't touch that. You get home, you put it away, you put it up, whatever. Invest it. Get somebody in your team that really knows investments, man, and start investing. Stack up a little nest egg and start investing.
I'll stretch that 40 out all the way.
Yeah,
instead of that $8,000, $10,000, it goes like that, and it doesn't even go to the issues. Goes to giving money away to the homies because I got a good heart. And here's a honey, here's a honey, here's a honey. My mom, here's for honey. My mom, here's for honey. Baby mama's here. Da, 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 da. You know, go buy shit for everybody. So yeah, that money that I'm making, I learned how to budget my money more. But what I wanted to tell you was the time when I'm the happiest over any high I've ever done, any drug I've ever done, better than sex, maybe about same as sex, is probably when I'm performing and they're all yelling my lyrics. It's like, I don't know.
That's different.
And I'm going to end it on this part right here. That right there is not surprising to me. And I'm going to tell you why. Most gang members became gang members because of something traumatic that happened in their early childhood. Whether it was just growing up in a broken home, but there was trauma that led them to believe the love that they needed was outside of their home and was in the streets. But see, there's no real love in the streets. There's a lot of hurt in the streets. but you chase it. You chase it. You team up with other people who are hurt just like you and trying to hide it just like you. And you don't want to let them down. And then you have some, myself, a major example. My insecurities were so deep that I wasn't okay with just being a regular, the homie in the neighborhood that just hung out. No, I always had to do more and seek more adoration and acceptance. And that's why I did all the shit I did, right? And so that's why Lefty, when he sees the love from perfect strangers, it's because of something in his childhood, man. And there's a lot of you out there watching right now that you don't understand that the things that you do, the things that you have done and maybe stopped doing, but it still eats at you. You did those things because of something in your childhood and you were seeking acceptance, love, whatever, from something else that wasn't a positive thing. You can't get a positive out of a negative. So I want to end on that, man. And hopefully the people that needed to get whatever message got it today, whether it's from the front half, the rapping part, or the second half, the development of insight in order to find happiness. I hope Lefty will find something else in his life that will give him that feeling, because that feeling, that being able to perform and being adored like that is a fleeting thing in the span of a life. When you look at other rappers that were major and then now they're not. So don't everyone try to find something that is lasting that will give you happiness. That's my video for today. Hold on, let me exit this full screen. That's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, right? I'm out.